Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, Basham Racha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Most Son of Rule Well, and Shalom to the elect. Okay, this is going to be a quick one regarding, I was reading the scriptures yesterday, and about in Revelation 6 and 14, okay, and reasoning with a brother. And pretty much, Esau, he asserted his blessing, his dominance over the earth, okay, with one of his great instruments of destruction, which is the nuclear weapons, man, the atomic bomb. Okay. And those same weapons that he has stored up are pretty much going to be used against him to destroy his kingdom, man. As it is written, he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. All right. And you can see this image here of what's known as a mushroom cloud, after a nuke's been hit. Okay. And the scriptures go into that. Let's read it in, excuse me. Let's read that in Revelation 6. And in fact, before I read that, I'm just going to quickly read verse 4. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." That's referencing the elites of the nation of Edom. The word Edom, okay, means red. Okay, talking about these so-called white people, which really, that's white, so-called white represents purity. They've put that on themselves, okay, to try and make themselves, appear righteous. But really, they're the wicked of the scriptures, okay, and they're known as the Edomites in the scriptures, man. And their forefather is Esau, okay, and their blessing was the blessing of the sword, right? And that's how they were going to live. It says, "And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." And that's what's been happening on the earth, man. Peace has been taken from the earth. You've had constant war. You've had world wars, all right? World War One, World War Two, which they're in the scriptures. And pretty much now we're in the midst of World War Three, all right? And World War Three is going to come to its climax when them nukes are shot over there to America and different places, with the nukes, but mainly over there to the land of America. There's going to be nukes shot from all over the world, okay? And America is going to be completely destroyed, man. Destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man, okay? And at that time, our Lord is going to return for this, and add more to that destruction, okay? And bring more destruction, and also to save his elect, okay, of the nation of Israel. That's the salvation that we look forward to, that we hope for in Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. Now let me jump down to the point in 6 and 14. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 14. "And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places." And when you look at this image, that's pretty much what it's describing there in the scriptures, man. Okay, that's talking about that mushroom cloud, that atomic nuclear weapon that's going to be used to bring destruction in this time, man. Let me quickly go to Isaiah chapter, is it 54 and 16? Yeah, that's right. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." Now you had the smiths, and you still have that today. The ancient smiths in wartime, what would they do? They would do all types of metal work, metallurgy, okay, different alloys and things of that nature, and they used to bring weapons of war. They might make swords, they make armor, things like that, okay. Now, arrowheads and things of that nature. Now, the modern day Smiths, okay, are the men that what they make these, you know, the scientists that work, engineers that work on what, making these rockets and these nuclear devices, man. Okay, you know, which is all to do with the elements and mixing them together, and you know, the technology that brings that forth. It says, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So it was the Lord that gave these people. Remember, it's the Lord that gave them the blessing of the sword. It's the Lord that gave them this technology, all right, of this nuclear weapon, man, all right. You know, and Esau dropped those, what was it? Everything was it little boy, fat boy? I can't remember the exact names. Let me type it in. Little boy. Yeah, fat man and little boy. That's it. You know, which was the dropping of nuclear weapons on Hiroshima and Nagasaki over there in Japan. You know, which asserted his dominance. Okay, asserted his dominance, man, over the earth. That was in World War II. What's that? Fire from heaven. Oh, it's in Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Okay, and this was what he did, man. All right, and that's why through the sword, Esau is in rulership right now. However, that same sword that he's, you know, been using is going to come down upon his own head. All right, and that's the beauty of, you know, how the Lord's doing it, man. All right, and ultimately that's going to be the destruction that's going to come upon, you know, his strong nation. Okay, Babylon, which is you know, the great, which is America. Okay, and his system, man. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Okay, because ultimately, after that fire, that besom of destruction, and that smoke that come up from the fire, after that starts to, you know, go over time, what you're going to be left with is just a great desert where no man's going to dwell. Okay, there's just going to be desert dwelling creatures there and birds. All right. This is verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall all her plagues come in one day. And it's going to take only 1 day. 1 hour. Okay? In that day, it's going to take 1 hour to destroy all that they've built up over there in America, in Babylon. Therefore shall her plagues come in 1 day, death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly, that means the whole of America, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord, power, Yahweh, who judgeth her. All right. So the Lord's so them nuclear weapons are going to be shot over there to America, man. You're going to see loads of mushroom clouds. You're going to see loads of fire. America's going to be a lake of fire. That's what it's talking about when it talks about the lake of fire. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, you know, being in bed with America, followed after their ways, okay, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. You know, and that's the destruction. That's the destruction that is coming upon America, man. All right, and what you see here in this image, I'll close the image, but pretty much in that mushroom cloud image is just, that's just one. You're gonna see a lake of fire over there in America, man. Okay, and we're gonna actually see it. Okay, hey, the Lord's gonna come to save us. We have hope that we have the hopeful elect. The Lord's gonna come to save His elect, and we're gonna actually see the destruction, man. Only with thine eyes shall thy see the reward of the wicked. All right, and we're coming very close to that, man. We're coming very close to that. So, this is just a quick one on Norwood, and was edifying in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shmi Al Shai Basham Rakakadash. With that, man, I'm going to say shalom to the elect and on to the next one.